Yeah, so most people that you see in America, they speak a few words of Yiddish, and that's it. So that's all that I had to help me in Israel. So the pronunciation is always usually on the end of the Hebrew word versus on the beginning when you speak the language. So, for example, I'll give you one word that's always like interesting, which is Moriah. So in Yiddish, they would say, and it's a name. It's a name, but it's also a mountain, the name of a mountain. And it's, I just really messed that up. It's called Moriah. See, it's on the first part, Moriah. But in Hebrew, it's Moriah. It's like on the end. So anyway, and you can say Moriah and you can say Moriah. If you say Moriah, people are like, Mazed, what's that? You know? So, and it's just interesting. One word in Opan that I used to, it was so funny when they're teaching you to read Hebrew is how they use English words and they put it together. So, autobus, autobus is an autobus. How do you say it in English? I forgot. Well, anyway, in Hebrew it's autobus, you know. So, yeah. So that's like one word, and then another. Oh my gosh, the funny one we were in. Some of the Opan teachers would look at you like this, like. This the look. Like, really? So we would read, and one of the words was televisia. So we would say, which is television. So we would go, televisia. What's televisia? And they would be looking at you like, what, are you stupid? Like, what's wrong with you? Stupid is a terrible word, but they just look at you like, are you like wrong? Something's wrong with you. Television or radio. Radio. And when you're reading it, it's funny because you're like, what is this? And it's just radio. And we would laugh at ourselves so much because those are just English words. And you can always tell when an English word, this is just my observation, an English word with Hebrew letters is usually with the letter tet. So I'm also going to put a link in the bottom for you because there is an awesome book that teaches you how to read Hebrew fast, really fast. So even if you just want to come on a trip for a visit, it's great to have this book because you'll be able to read and you'll be able to not feel so lost once you're here, like I did. I felt so lost. I think my husband and I had the most stress in our marriage in our first year in Israel because I used to have to drag him everywhere I went because I could not speak the language and I could not read it. I could read, but like when you pray, it's in Hebrew. Let me see if I can find. Oh, here's one here. So like I could read this for praying, right? But a lot of it, I didn't actually know every single word, what it meant. And of course, what you pray is not what you speak in the street. So it's two different things. And I remember I went to the Shuk, which I think I told you about, is like the farmer's market. And I went there and I did not know how to say lentils. So there are like lots of people waiting. I'm an American. People know when you see an American, Americans are a little extra. We just are in Israel, or people think that you are. And I was being extra here because I did not know the words for lentils. But I knew the story of Jacob and what's Esau's name in English? Esau. Thank you. My husband's in there. Esau. I didn't know the English word Esau. So Jacob and Esau. So and Isaac. So in the story of when, so I'm at the shuk, right, and I want to get lentils. So I say to the guy in Hebrew, because I could speak Hebrew, but I did not know lentils. So I say to him, I said, I want, and he says, what do you want? What do you want, Gaberet? What do you want? What do you want? So Gaberet is Mrs., Miss, like Miss. What do you want, Miss? So I'm like, you know, when Jacob fed Isaac the soup, and I mean, when Jacob gave his brother the soup, and his brother was really hungry, and so the man is like looking at me like this, no, which is like, and like hurry up, like he's going like no, and then somebody says, oh, when it comes to lentils, she wants atashim. Everybody was laughing at me. It was so funny, and I was laughing too. And it was like hamuda, which is cute. I'm so cute, because that's the only way I could describe what I wanted. So that was really funny. Trying to navigate the language, and they're patient because they know you don't speak the language, but you want to, and you're trying. And Israelis are very helpful and will help you if they see that you are trying to be part of their culture and to live here, and you're not just here wasting their time, as they say. So that was pretty much in my first year here in Israel. And there are so many other stories of being here, but that was my first year in Israel, in my first apartment before we moved again. And yeah, and maybe I'll talk about that too, because just even remembering it is so funny. And at the time that I was in it, was really hard and not necessarily so funny, but I am like such a determined person, and I was determined that I am going to make it, and that I am going to succeed in navigating this country and being here and living here. And I went through like so many changes for myself in being a better person. One thing that I think that I've grown so much at is like my relationship to money, and my relationship to using it. And I think I spoke a while ago about wants and needs. And for myself, I want to speak the language fluently. I need to speak it fluently. And I'm not at that level to speak it fluently where I am so comfortable. I know that I can navigate my bills, and I can talk on the phone, and I can even be part of a conversation with Israelis, because I'm actually going to a bat mitzvah tomorrow, God willing, on a Wednesday. And I hope to be able to record, and I think that I will, and I will show you that part of my life, because I will probably be maybe the only American there, or one of a few. But they do, some of them do speak English, because as I mentioned before, if you speak English and you're Israeli, it's definitely a plus on your level of being educated, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, I also set this up differently. It's so funny. I should take a picture of how I'm recording. So one day I'll do one of those videos like back in the day, how I used to do videos or something, but I haven't gotten there yet. But I have two cameras that I didn't realize that I had, that I need to take and get repaired, and I'm hoping that they will be better than my phone in recording videos. But right now, this is what I'm doing, and I really do like that you are watching my videos, and that you are giving me feedback of what you like. I cannot suggest enough to either get this book in the link, which I will not steer you wrong on making a point of learning how to read the language enough to get by when you go visit a country. And if you are coming to Israel for a visit, I really, really recommend that you get this book. And I recommend that you take advantage of doing lots of research and Googling and seeing what's available to help you navigate being in a country, whether it's a visit or whether you decide to live here as a Jew in this country. And that's all I have to say. And thanks again for watching my channel. And do not forget to what? Like and subscribe. Thanks so much for looking at my channel, and I really appreciate it, and have a great day.